Scotty Silver, Power on FM.
So then, ladies and gentlemen, on the other end of the line, I've only got King of the One-Liners and star of Mock the Week, Milton Jones. So Milton Jones, how are you?
Yeah, not bad at all, mate. Not bad at all. I've just started a new tour. So I'm greatly relieved to have got the first show out of the way last night.
Anyway, last time we saw each other, you were trying to cause me some serious damage on a go-karting track in Lanzarote. But I take it, judging by your hectic 2014, Milton, you seem to have moved on from that little incident.
Yeah, a little bit. I wouldn't say my driving is any better, though. Yeah, the trouble is, living in London, you don't get a chance to go fast at all. That's probably the fastest I've ever been in my entire life on that go-kart.
Well, you were certainly quick on that day. You've made a great career, Milton, in comedy by making people laugh without swearing or using religion, really, as a format. Is this something that you originally set out to do? And if so, does it get under your skin when other comedians use the F-bomb and talk about religion?
I don't really think about it too much now, Scotty. I mean, I set out originally, I am a Christian. I don't sort of blaspheme, if you like, because that feels like a fuse box I don't want to mess with. However, I don't have a problem with people who swear. It's just, I think a lot of comedians think if just all you've got is the swearing, then you probably haven't got much comedy.
Good answer, and very diplomatic. Now, the last 5 years, they've been huge for you, with your tours, your DVDs, your Radio 4 shows, and of course, Mock the Week. And you've started your new tour last night. Is this going to be your big thing for 2015? And how long does the tour go on for?
Well, yes, it will take most of the year, actually. Basically, I keep going from now until end of March, and then I'm in Melbourne, Australia for 3 weeks, and then I come back, continue this tour to the end of June. Then we try and fit in a radio series. Then I'm in Edinburgh for 2 weeks. Then I think I have a whole 2 weeks off, and then after that we've got an autumn leg of the tour, which is another 40 dates, and in there I've got to fit in some Mock the Week stuff as well. So basically I've got the rest of the year all planned out.
Yeah, busy stuff indeed. It's funny you mentioned Edinburgh as well, Milton. One of our listeners, Alan Day, says, do you prefer doing live stand-up in London or Edinburgh?
Oh, it's tricky because, I think the problem with London is that there's so much choice here that people, sit with their arms folded to begin with. Whereas if you go to the Fringe in Edinburgh, people have come specifically to see comedy and they are quite an educated audience. I think probably the Fringe, once I'm up there, the only problem with going to Scotland for the summer is that there isn't one. But once you're inside in a dark room, it doesn't really matter. So, you've got places like Croydon and all sorts in London. So it's a real mixture. Yeah. And probably the funnest gig I do is probably Hammersmith Apollo, though, because that's a nice big room with a history, and all my friends will come and see me there. So that's the one I want to get right the most.
So do you actually prefer your live work or your TV work?
I think always live work is the best because it's useful to get people to come to your live work, but TV depends on a lot of other people as well. Certainly on Mock the Week, it depends on getting a word in the first place. And also, it's down to the editing, the lighting, so, whereas at least you with a crowd of people in a room, it's just your fault if it goes wrong. And if it goes right, it's just your fault as well. So that is the most real and immediate form of stand-up that I prefer.
Yeah, fantastic. I've got another question here, Milton. A question from Becky. She says, which other comedians do you currently like?
Well, that's tricky because you know what it's like. If you've seen a lot of comedy, you tend not to do it on your night off, go and watch some other people. But I tend to, I like people like me in the sense, Stuart Granted or Tim Vine. Bill Bailey's great because he can do everything, a bit of music, bit of one-liners, bit of stories, bit of Barry Hill. I like what Al Murray does, Ross Noble, most of it. And also comedians tend to laugh when things go wrong for other comedians, So, it's a bit sad, but it's true because we all understand what it feels like to be in their situation. I've noticed, 1 to 2 times when I've done things that have gone wrong, I can hear 2 laughs at the back, and I know exactly who they are. They're the other 2 acts on this evening. So, I saw Adam Bloom the other day. He's good as well. Yeah, because I was over with you, with Adam, and he's very busy and writing and doing stuff. But
no, we love Adam. He's like the child that we never had.
Yes, I know what you mean.
We loved it when you was in Lanzarote. Linda White says, would you come back to Lanzarote?
Yeah, of course. It was lovely when I was there. It was like a year and a bit ago, wasn't it? Yes, of course. It's all a question of fitting it in and things. Just to plot it into a map of other gigs. It's not really near anywhere else, is the thing. You can't sort of go Southend, Bournemouth, Lanzarote, then back to Birmingham. It's kind of, it was a nice crowd when I was there, nice place, so definitely.
Well, in that case, I'm going to start saving my pennies. Debbie says, when did you last write a new joke, and would you say it on the radio?
Oh dear, well, obviously I was telling jokes last night. I've got all sorts. Let's think. So much for Taylor Swift. She sent back my trousers unaltered.
This is why you've got the label of King of the One-Liners. It's so easy to label us, but it's a cracking tag to have. Lastly, anyway, Mike says, what song would you sing along to if you heard it on the radio?
Oh dear, I found myself doing a gig just before Christmas, which is very bizarre, with Eric Idle and 1 or 2 other people at the Hammersmith Polo. We all got to sing Always Look on the Bright Side of Life, which was the bizarrest thing to do that with him. So you can't help, and that's the sort of song that people play at funerals as well, isn't it? And these days it's kind of, but currently, anything, Circle of Life, that's what. I've done 1 or 2 serious music shows, and they've asked me for, expecting me to come up with some interesting jazz thing from Czechoslovakia or something. I just go, no, Circle of Life, mate, from The Lion King.
Excellent. Right, we're going to play it on the radio in a minute. So, Milton, what is the name of your new tour?
The name of the tour is Milton Jones and the Temple of Daft, and it's a sort of Indiana-type spoof Jones thing.
Brilliant. Well, I can't wait to see it. As they say in show business, break a leg, and I've got to say thank you ever so much for taking some time out to chat with me today.
Cheers, thank you. I hope you're all right. Are you okay?
Yeah, we're fine, and Lana sends her love as well.
Yeah, send my love back again. Yeah, nice to hear of you all.
Yeah, we'll do. Well, once again, Milton, many thanks for joining us. It's been lovely. Thanks. Cheers.
Yeah, no problem.
Bye.
Cheers, thanks, bye.
Power on FM. Scotty Silver.